Hey everybody, hi. We're going to wait just one more minute and we will start our live presentation on this COVID-19 experience that we've had. I'm Dorothy the Organizer and this is my husband.
Marty.
Hey. All right, if any of you have questions, of course, you can type them in and we'll see them come up. If they don't come up by chance, then I'll answer them in the Facebook comment section later on. But here we go. We're going to start off right now, and I'd like to say I'm Dorothy the Organizer, and this is Marty Estelle, my husband.
Hi, everybody.
And I've been on the show. Hi, Jeanette. Thanks for watching. Thank you for joining this. I've been on the Hoarders show for 11 seasons. And I've never had a virus or an illness. Marty, you've been on for several seasons with me. You've not had any viruses.
Nothing
no.
from the show.
So here we are suddenly in trouble with the coronavirus. Today we're going to discuss, hi Lori, thanks for joining. We miss you. We want to discuss 5 areas today. We won't take a lot of time, but we do want to share with you the symptoms we had, what testing was like, what quarantine was like, how we handled it, how we did our own self-care, and a couple of helpful links. And again, if you have any questions, just type them in and we will see them. Hi, JC, thanks for coming in. The first thing we want to talk about are the symptoms. And I think, Marty, in early March, you came home and you were really sleepy. So can you explain what happened early on?
Early March, I was tired for 2 days, just exhausted. Had no idea that it was the beginning of the symptoms of the virus. And 3 days later, I came home from a meeting, and I walked out of the meeting into the night air, shivering with the chills. Came home, had a fever, and immediately got in bed.
Yeah. And I'll just go over what those, hi Tim, it's been a long time, so glad you're here. Symptoms that we both had. He had them initially. He actually went to a large concert, 20,000 people, and I was at a hospital for 6 hours with my mom, so we don't know who got it first. We both shared the same symptoms, so in this order, they were, hi Heather, sleepy, fever, body aches, chills, a small cough, stomach ache, you had loss of appetite.
Very lack of appetite.
And no energy. So when we talked to our doctors, it was sort of like we had this 3 to 4 day incubation period in which all of this came on. Now, I went through all of these symptoms a lot faster than Marty. Marty actually had a fever for 14 days, and that was a fever over 100 and...
Up to 102.
Yeah, 102.9 at some point. Hi, Eileen.
And I kept it in check with pain relievers.
Specifically Tylenol, not Advil, not Aleve, as we were told by the doctors. And of course, hi Dee, thanks for being here. We are not giving any medical advice today. We're just sharing our own experience and what our doctors told us. But that was what all the symptoms were like for us. What we'd like to do now is tell you that our next step was to go get testing. So I contacted my doctor, and that was through a medical portal. Thank goodness we're able to do all of that. And we wound up getting into the car and waiting in line. Drive-through testing. We had initially a pre-interview with folks, and they asked us all of the necessary questions to determine if we should be going on to the next step, which was to get tested. I would say that, let's see, what do I have in my notes here? Oh, we actually wore loose clothing. They don't always tell you to do that, but by that I mean leave your shirts untucked, wear an easy to get under shirt because they want to take their stethoscope and listen to you. What did they do for you, Marty, in the testing area?
They checked my temperature with a temperature thermometer, a handheld thermometer. They looked in my ears, They listen to my chest and my breathing, and that's about it.
Right. So that was the first part. Hi, Jackie. Thank you for watching. What we did while we were waiting, just as a thought, but please be sure to bring along some reading, some water, your phone charger, because it can be a very long wait. Melody, thanks for coming in from Wisconsin. Appreciate it. And so they actually tested us for the flu first, and then if we tested negative for the flu, then we moved on to getting tested for the coronavirus. My fever was gone, so I am only a suspected coronavirus person, but Marty actually did not have the flu, so he moved on. They do that test in 10 minutes for the flu, moved on for the coronavirus test, in which they had a swab this long and put it into the nose, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Not very far.
Uncomfortable, unpleasant, but necessary. Hey, Jessica, glad you're here. Kathy, you too, from Canada. I appreciate you coming in. So Marty did get the tests, and from there they felt that he needed to act like he had the coronavirus. I've got Joanne Marie Firth, great, coming in from Connecticut, appreciate it. So after the test, we had to wait 8 days. I started feeling much better and got beyond all of the symptoms, and Marty was down for an exact 2 weeks. So that's what it was like for the testing portion. So now we've gone over the symptoms, we did the testing, and we're going to move into the quarantine section. Okay, and the other thing is we did get follow-up 8 days later from both our doctor and from our public health, the LA County Department of Public Health, to list Marty as one of the cases and take all the information to who may have exposed to, which is nobody, because he got sick really quickly and went straight to bed. I just had a suspicion. So, okay, let's talk about the quarantine part here. And that is how we separated. We're lucky enough to have more than one bedroom, more than one bathroom. So we set Marty up with one bathroom, me with the other, set up 2 different bedrooms. Monica, glad you're here, and thanks for telling us. Yes, we do both feel much better. We separated out. We also used hot and cold water. Nancy, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Hot water and soap. And I do want to share with you one of the things we learned about soap from Dr. Patrick Soon-Shiong. He owns the Lakers. He owns part of the LA Times. And he did a whole piece on the science of soap. And I feel that this is one of the areas that we improved in terms of keeping ourselves safe. He says that viruses are not a bacteria, and that antibacterial solutions are a bit of a myth. You can actually watch Dr. Patrick Soon-Shiong, hard to spell, but I have all of that listed on my blog, on my website, and you can find his link. But he says the virus is actually a fatty and greasy virus. Thanks, Eileen, for telling us that you appreciate us. The hand is actually a vector, and so the virus is fatty and greasy, and the soap detergent acts as a bit of a film, and the soap goes into and attacks the fatty and greasy virus. And I want to just take a moment in the middle of this story. No, I'll finish it here. And he says that's why we want to rub with soap in the hot water, because the soap can do more for us than we ever thought. So it has the ability to sort of crack this virus. So this is the power and science of soap. If you want to learn more about it, type in power and science of soap with Dr. Patrick Soon-Shiong, Shiong. And I've got Ilya Beecher saying, my husband is a physician on the front lines in Buffalo, New York. He strips in the garage and leaves his scrubs and shoes there. Yes, we did that with our clothes when we went outside as well. Thank you, Ilya. Mary Fruit Ferguson from my hometown, Richland Center, thank you for coming in. Finishing on the quarantine piece, we used no towels. We used absolutely no, we cleaned our clothes. We washed our beddings often, like every couple of days. JC, there's a lot of debating on if wearing a mask could prevent someone from getting COVID-19. Do you know? I'm going to just see what else he said there, how to prevent. Well, first of all, JC, don't go out. And the second thing is if you were sick, and this is only what we've been told. Hi, Jay Hicks Jones for watching, and Alan Schroen, thank you. We've been told if you've been sick to kind of wear the mask and gloves. So that's when I go out to get any sort of supplies, that's what I wear. Tracy, thank you for watching. The other thing that we've been doing in our quarantine is to not hug each other, no kisses, we're sleeping separately. We keep changing and washing our clothes often, which is a bit of a drag, but the more you wash everything, because the virus can stay on the clothes, you want to do that. We aired out the bedrooms by that, opening up the windows. We showered daily. We wiped down mail and packages after, now that we're through it. But it sounds really silly on the one hand, but even Marty was like, oh, do we have to go to all these lengths? And I said, you just had the coronavirus, right? Mm-hmm. But just when you think, and this is just my opinion, but just when you think, why bother? Isn't this too much? I say take the extra step. We can do everything we can to wipe things down and take these precautions. Are you a believer about that or not so much now?
I believe it. Hi, Brad. Thanks for being here, Brad.
So, anyway, change those sheets, do your laundry, wash the clothes, no towels in the kitchen, no towels in the bathroom, just use paper towels where you can. And the other thing that I did was when you do go out, to have your credit card or your money ready so that you don't have to go into your pocket, into your wallet with either the gloves on or having touched everything in the supermarket or the pharmacy. It's just already ready to go, and you can take off one glove and what do I want to say? Just use your own hand to handle your own credit card and your own money. You might even want to wipe down the money after you get it back. I keep all of those sanitary items in the car. Jessica is asking if we can share the name of the doctor again, which is Patrick Soon, S-O-O-N, Schung, S-C-H-I-O-N-G, The Science of Soap, or his coronavirus video. Also, Ilya Beecher is saying we're giving good practical tips. Thank you for that feedback. If you're having other questions, please let us know. We won't keep you too much longer. We've been on for about 12 minutes and we'll finish before 11:30. So we've covered the symptoms, we've covered the testing, we've covered the quarantine. Thank you for being here with my support.
You're getting hungry.
My support system. When he gets hungry, that means I know he's feeling better. Let's talk about the care that we took for ourselves during the pandemic. And that is, I put together a little medical tracker which kept track of the date, the time that we took Marty's temperature, my temperature, what the temperature was, the comments to the side. And that is, what kind of comments did we kind of keep?
How I was feeling, whether I had an appetite or not, what time I needed to take my next medication, and or how much I slept or didn't sleep, or if I had a headache or not.
Great.
So when I got to my doctor on the phone a few days later, I had every bit of every day documented so that I could answer any of her questions.
So when the symptoms started, when the fever started, how high the fever got, when it was starting to come down. Hey Beth, glad you're there. Thank you for thanking us. So keep track of the symptoms, okay? The other thing that we were told by doctors, this is not our advice, but we were told to take Tylenol, not Aleve, and not Advil. And I don't know and understand all the reasons behind that. Some of you may know better than I, but that is what we were told. The other thing that we instituted was only one person prepping in the kitchen. So if you do have someone with the virus, they need to be quarantined to 1 or 2 rooms at best. And then the other people have free reign of the house. And I did all the food prepping for Marty. But it also included a lot of soup. Even though he's on a food program, I made a lot of vegetables and weighed them and measured them and just put them in a soup. We were asked by our doctors to do that. The soup opens up the throat and keeps the virus doesn't like heat. So that's why we prepared and drank a lot of tea, a lot of coffee, hot water, and a lot of soups. Now, Joanne is asking, did your doctor say if you can get reinfected after you get it? And Marty, do you want to answer that? You just talked to your doctor about that yesterday.
I talked to 2 different doctors and the LA County Health Department, and their answer was, I'm not really sure, probably not, because I have antibodies now, but it's still best for me to wait for 2 more weeks before I go out, unless I absolutely have to. From the last day of my last symptoms, 2 more weeks of self-quarantine. So I'll have been in the house almost a month.
Yeah.
Or actually a little over a month, which I believe is well worth it for the safety of myself and others.
Good one. Jessica has also just posted the entire link to the LA Times video by Patrick Soon-Shung about the virus and the science of soap. And Porter, thank you for watching. We're so glad you're here. We miss you too. The other thing I wanted to say about whether you can be reinfected, we were told by Marty's doctor and my doctor that there is not a test currently here in the United States that tests for the antibodies once you've had the coronavirus, but we have heard that perhaps in June we can get tested to see whether or not we have the antibodies and are immune to this coronavirus. A few more things, and then we're happy to take any more questions you have. We're going to give you just a couple of links for you, for your benefit. All of this is free, of course, right? We talked about the hot soup, hot liquids. Marty was super. This is what he did. He drank a glass of water hourly because hydration is key. So if you know someone, tell them to drink more water, but not just, hey, drink more water, but 1 glass every hour. Keep it up, even if you're not sleeping completely through the night. That water going through is really a great idea. Warm water, hot water, even better. The wet cloth on the forehead, of course. And the big one, only news once a day. I would take in all of the news in the morning, learn all the statistics, learn the information, talk to some public health officials and some doctors, and stay away from it the rest of the day because it really is wearing and can be too scary for a person like me. The other thing we did was a lot of gratitude. Thankful for everything that we had. So that just kept reinforcing the good things in our lives. So there it is. Symptoms, testing, quarantine, and care. The best that we can give to you today. This video will be available on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube, and here on Facebook so you can share it with others. Final pieces that I want to say, and then again, we'll take any questions. We'll finish by 11:30, and that is, if you need to go to the hospital for any reason, I want you to be prepared. So please go to digitallifecloud.com. digitallifecloud.com. We have an emergency medical document for hospitalization, because if you get hospitalized, you want to be sure to have these 3 documents with you, because you can't take other things. You can't take backpacks and purses because of the whole coronavirus situation. So please, hi Dee Dee, thanks for joining in. We appreciate it. Go to digitallifecloud.com and go to, just underneath the very first picture, there's a little icon that has emergency essential information. Download it. It's completely free, and fill that out so you can take it with you. And later on, you can always use it for when you're on vacation. Donna Schroen, Alan's sister, says she wanted to say thank you for sharing this useful information. Yeah, you're welcome. And also Ilya, Marty, she says, thank you for being so compliant. And Dorothy, thanks for being aware. We might be saving lives. We hope so. We hope so. And that's what organizing is about.
Right. And even though I can't get out of the house, I am able to utilize modern technology such as Zoom. I'm doing my social distancing via my computer and Zoom meetings, and that way I get to stay connected to my people and help others.
Good. Couple more things here, Jeanette. Oh, thank you for your kind comments. We love you, honey. Everybody, we love you, and we're caring about you an awful lot now that we have the energy to. Last couple of things. If you do want to have an organizing guide that we created, go to dorothytheorganizer.com. That's completely free. Right at the top, you will see that there is a 10-day organizing guide. Every single day there's something different that you can do in terms of the COVID virus in your house and being prepared and having things to do. We're seeing you, Dee Dee. Thank you for your comments. And
hi, Dee Dee. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, appreciate it. And then finally, tomorrow, I'm going to do another session. This is an organizing session. It's free to anyone. Please share. If you have questions about your garage, how to organize your under the cabinets in your kitchen, bathroom, closet, anything at all, we will be here. If you want to join me, I'd love to have you.
I'll see what I can do.
If not, I'll be taking all of your questions and provide you answers. And then, of course, next week, I will be giving a lot more information just so that you can have things to do, ways to manage your week, how to stay not bored. Melody, what do you want to know here? Do you think it's necessary to document where and when you've gone out of the house in case you get infected? I would say absolutely. If you're staying 6 feet apart from people in the grocery store, I don't think that's necessary. But if you have attended, like Marty did attend a major concert with 20,000 people, that was a big deal. He kept track of the date, and that's probably where it came from. I also kept track of going to the hospital with my mom, and I was there for 6 hours, so we could keep track. So Melody, I would keep track of any bigger places that you go that have more people in it. Patricia Grenke, yay, you're welcome. And Jessica, you can get your 10-day COVID guide. Oh, you're so great. She's the best assistant ever. She has it in the comments below. You can just click on getting the COVID guide. I think that's everything. Tomorrow, the live organizing session is at 1 p.m. Pacific. Susie Heyman, wow, so glad that you're here. I'm very happy. I'll take any questions in the moment. I'm going to do you want to get going?
Oh, no, I want to say one thing.
Yes.
The good news here is we have each other.
Yep.
And I'm 65 years old. I eat very healthy. I did get the coronavirus, but I've gone past it and through it, and it's almost out of me. That's the good news, is that we can recover with the right people, places, and things in place. And don't forget to eat healthy.
Oh, yeah, big one. That's the coronavirus is quite disappointed when you're eating fruits and vegetables and healthy foods. So please continue with healthy intake of foods. Dee Dee is asking or saying, you can use my garage as your organizing model. What time can you be here? Excellent. I just might do it. I'll tell you a quick funny story about Dee Dee. She is one of my clients. We have done her emergency organizing kits before, and we have had a heck of a lot of fun doing it in your garage.
Hi, Mother.
Marty's mom is here.
Hi, Joyce.
Joyce, we're glad you're here. Stay safe. Both Marty's mom and my mom are 87. We wear masks. Marty hasn't seen Joyce, his mom, but I do see my mom. I got permission from my physicians to see my mom, and I do wear a mask when I go over there. Ken, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. And Kathy Shaughnessy Gomez, hi. Thank you for telling us that you appreciate us. We appreciate you. Sharon, thank you. We do feel better. And that's where it's going to stop. I'm going to stay on for 5 more minutes just to field any questions that might come up, and just say hello to everybody who's chiming in here. But remember, symptoms, I'll just cover it really quickly one more time. The symptoms were sleepy, fever, body aches, chills, small cough, stomach ache, loss of appetite, no energy, and it had a 3 to 4 day incubation period between the sleepiness and the fever. The testing, we did do a drive-through test. We suggest taking things with you, reading, water, an extra phone charger, so that you have things to do while you wait. And once that testing is complete, if you get tested for the coronavirus, you want to assume that you have the virus and quarantine accordingly. And the quarantine was separate everything, pick one person to do the food prep, make sure that you're hand washing with soap and water, watch the video by Dr. Patrick Soon-Shung. It's located in this list of comments, and it's the LA Times, and it's all about the science of soap. It is one of the key things we can do, the simplest of all, to take care of ourselves. Nancy, thanks for wishing us well. We appreciate you. And then for care, make sure to go to digitallifecloud.com, get that emergency medical info. It's right there under the first picture. And it's also listed, I think, Jessica, if you'll list it in the comments below, I'd appreciate that. But that's a free thing. You want to fill that out. It's 3 pages, and take it with you if you need to go to the hospital, because they don't let you take anything with you. Also go to dorothytheorganizer.com for the COVID Organizer Guide, the 10-day guide. And tomorrow, that's it. I'm going to be signing off here. Tomorrow, Saturday, March 28, 1 p.m. Pacific. Everything you want to know about organizing, I'm taking Q&A, and I'll give you some tips as well. Anybody have any questions at all before we clock out here? Anything coming up? I'm not seeing it in the moment. So Marty says, I have to give you a minute. Don't be impatient.
The one great thing about the drive-through testing was at the end of it, they gave everybody a free hamburger.
That's it. This was the guy I have for a whole month and a half so far at home. Okay, I'm sending you big germ-free hugs. Jeanette, thank you for the compliments. Lori, love to you too, honey. Melody, love you too. Thank you so much. Susan McCarthy, you're watching. Thanks for being here. Andrea, lots of love to you too. And we are now going to shut down Facebook Live. See you tomorrow if you can. And be healthy and wash your hands with soap. Bye.
Bye.